Hey, everybody. Sorry, we had a few minute delay here, but we are ready and raring to go. So we're just going to dive right into this because I've got my usual 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, Mr. Mark Hay and Mr. Paulo Rivera.
Hey
Hello.
guys, girls.
Hi, everybody.
How are you guys doing? I mean, it's Mother's Day. I mean, we were talking a little bit before that. I mean, maybe my mom might even show up in the chat today, but Paulo, your mom might as well, huh?
Yeah, and she'll admonish me for not having called yet.
Yes, well, that is how it goes. It is a holiday weekend, but comic art must go on. So I'm glad that we're doing another one of these.
I'm sure
And
mothers agree.
yeah, what moms don't agree, is that what you said?
I'm sure mothers will agree with that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But how you guys been? I mean, we got to see each other a few months back at OAX, but it feels like it's been about 4 months since the show. I assume you both have been keeping very busy. Paula, I'm assuming working your tail off. Can you talk a little bit about anything that you've got going on work-wise that you can spoil?
Let me think. They finally announced the Hello Darkness covers. That's for Boom Studios, but I'm doing those completely digitally, so I don't have any original art. Sorry, Mark. Original art wise, I got this big guy.
All
My
right,
dad
that's
inked
what I'm
it,
talking about.
Oh, nice.
and then I watercolored and acrylic over it. And I'm not going to say what it's for yet, but I'm guessing that you all can guess what goes right here in this
Hopefully
area.
more of the same, like maybe 3 or 4 more.
Not quite, not quite. The part that goes here has already been done.
Ah,
Oh, interesting.
But
But we can't see that yet, or we may
well, no,
never see.
you actually already seen it. That is a continuation of artwork I already did. Uh,
Uh,
I saw an opportunity for myself to do what I had wanted to do from the beginning, and I kind of lobbied my way into a new project.
cool.
Very, very cool. So, well, that's awesome, man. So, and Mark, I'm assuming you're just busier than heck because you run that shop. So, I,
Yep. Yeah,
we know.
between the comic shop and the art business, it seems like OAX was 5 minutes ago or 5 days ago because I've been just swamped since then, and hopefully we'll have some weekends free from the comic shop so that I can start getting fully caught up on the art business. But catching up with everything, you and I did the Tony Akins charitable sale, and finished that, and then lots of my guys and gals have been doing commissions since then, and sales, and I got more sales coming up. So yeah, it's just been one thing after another, which is good and not so good on my sleep patterns, but
Sure.
they'll
Do either
eventually
of
be
you guys
time
have,
for that.
have any shows planned for the rest of the year? I mean, that you're going to. Paulo, what about you? Do you have any convention appearances? No.
He's
Nothing.
appearing at his kids' events.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know now if I can. I was planning on going to OAX for next year, and now I'm not even sure if I can do that.
Oh
But
no.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I had so much fun this year. I want to see if I can do it again, but we might be doing another trip not too long after that.
That worked out
We'll
pretty
see.
with having your dad there and your son. I mean,
It
that
was it
it's a
was
good time.
great. Like I had an amazing time. It was a great show, and the fact that my parents were there, I could bring my son. Like it was perfect. Um, but we'll see if I can make it happen. I will because I had such a good time last time.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, we'll have to talk.
So
Keep you in the
for
loop. What
me,
about?
no San Diego this year, but I'm doing New York. And then for the first time, and I'm super excited about this one, is I'm doing the Singapore comic book show in
Ooh,
December with Trevor Hairsine, Sean Phillips, and Jacob Phillips.
that's
So
awesome.
excited about that. I plan on going to Japan for a week before that. So
Mhm.
as a workcation, so buy some product for the comic shop and go see Japan.
nothing wrong with that. Man, your camera tilt is like making me feel a little uneasy.
I know. My apparatus is crooked, and I don't want to try to fix it right now. You might not see me at all. So
I don't want to know
I'll just
anymore.
try to move my head to make it straight.
Like I'm sitting at the table with you at San Diego, and we're razzing each other. But
Yeah.
so Paolo, man, what's outside of that amazing Magneto? I mean, I know that you kind of go back and forth between the digital and the traditional stuff. I mean, is it really just down to time, man? I mean, is it are there some instances where you feel like you can get something out of digital that you can't really do traditional? I mean, I'm just kind of curious from your perspective as a painter. I mean, does the non-traditional give you any kind of leverage that you don't get from just traditional work?
It really just comes down to time. I mean, that's all it is. Like even the Magneto piece, like I wasn't able to, like, it looks finished, but there were I had about an extra 30 hours in it to connect it to the other piece, just digital stuff. And that was just matching everything up in Photoshop and then finishing up some of the effects, magnetism, whatever. It just comes down to time. That's why with the Hello Darkness ones, like that's a new series, and I like taking a risk on new stuff, but I'm not going to spend the extra time necessary to do everything traditionally, because I don't know if anyone would ever like buy that original art. I think I did cut a deal with them where I can sell prints of it, which is unusual, as far as publishing goes. But again, like that series hasn't even come out yet, so we'll see. It's been fun though, because I just kind of get to paint whatever I want. What's that?
Who is Hello Darkness being published through? Is it
Boom Studios? It's going to be a monthly anthology.
Gotcha.
And it's kind of like a dark horror type anthology.
Very, very cool. So how do they? So do they give you all the stories that that are contained in these, so you know what to work on, or they just give you no direct horror?
They just said, Paolo, go with it. They had a character in mind. I don't know if her name has been revealed yet, but I spent a great amount of time just designing her dress, and then in one cover, like, she's completely nude. So I didn't even, but I will paint the dress again. But they pretty much gave me free reign, which is why I said yes to it. I've worked with Bryce Carlson, plenty of times in the past, and always have a good time. I do like one sketch, and they say looks great, and then I just start painting. So as far as like gigs go, it's pretty easy. The only challenge is just within myself, just being able to figure out what I want to do. But yeah, it's just been fun. I'm basically just painting a nude a month now. That's
a good gig.
It's not bad. No complaints here. I'm trying to think if I have. I posted the one cover, which they did the number. I originally painted it as number 2, but my second cover is actually way better than my first. So they ended up using that cover for the first issue and for all the promotion and whatnot.
And what socials did you put it out on?
The usual Instagram, Twitter. It was only a couple of weeks ago, I think.
All right, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, I think Becky Cloonan is doing the main story for the first couple of issues. I think it might be serialized. But yeah, it's fun.
Oh, I see. And you tease some of the oh, see, yeah. Now that I'm on your Instagram, I can see the other part of the X-Men. All right, and here it is. Hello Darkness. I can share my screen now.
Yeah, sorry. Usually I'd have something I can show, but I'm all out. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, very nice. You almost wouldn't know it was digital, Paolo. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I probably spend too much time like in Photoshop trying to make it not look like Photoshop, but it's just, I love texture, and I use Kyle T. Webster's brushes, and it's too seductive. Like I love having just the play of color and texture, even though it's simulated. Yeah, it kind of depends. I also I figured it out between the first cover and the second cover because I don't have like a set way of doing things, and it changes from cover to cover. I probably should by this time, but by the second cover, I'd kind of figured out what I was doing, and then I realized that didn't work for the third cover, so I had to change things up again. But
they haven't
it's
even
all
come
been
out
fun.
yet. So they don't really.
No, they haven't.
That's
And I'm working on the fourth cover is due this week, and I got to start painting on that tonight.
well, this came out fantastic, and there you go. That was the other half of the artwork, right? I know it's a video. If I click on it, it'll start painting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh yeah, and then this is the Venom that I posted. This came from Hot Toys. They emailed me out of the blue and said they used one of my covers for the pocket cover line.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dang.
Pretty cool.
Hey, I have to tell you, Paolo, I opted to get my own tool cabinet for my office to put art in.
Oh, nice.
After seeing your space for so long, I was like, all right. And then I saw a photograph of a friend who had like a big husky tool cabinet with a nice wood top on it, and I'm like,
Oh
all
yeah.
right, that's it. I can't take it anymore because my toys didn't fit in this other wood cabinet I had, and it never fit well anyway. So now I've got everything's nice, organized, and it's got wheels too. I can,
Yeah, no,
I
you
can
can't.
roll it out of here.
Yeah, they can't be beat. And as far as furniture goes, like you're not going to find anything cheaper. Like they're super well made because it's like steel. But if you try and get the same thing in wood, it's going to be like thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I was looking at like architects' flat files and things, and they were a little more, a little less expensive. But the idea of trying to move them around, just and putting them on something too, because they'll come with a base. So then you have to buy a base or make your own. And no, this makes perfect sense. We should have like a Comic Card Fans branded tool cabinet. You just like pop like the Husky logo off or whatever, and we'll put a calf logo on there and start selling them. But I highly recommend them. But again, it's you. I saw like the last 2 or 3 times we've done these, you panned across your studio, and I saw those red tool cabinets around, and I was starting to feel jealous. I don't anymore.
I'm glad I could sell them.
Right, exactly.
Get a
We need to
commission.
figure out how to make some money off doing that. But yeah, so for those who do follow you on Instagram, these 3 pieces here are actually 3 of the 4 finished pieces that will be auctioning off a little bit later in the show. Do you have those with you, Paolo?
Yeah. I got there's Beast and Psylock and Gambit and Jubilee. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish Bishop. He's close, but I'll save him for next time.
Nice.
Yeah. Plus, I still haven't decided whether I'm going to give him the Jerry curl, like the mullet, or go for the dreads. Because I'm kind of everything's sort of like the cartoon, but not quite. I was trying to decide if I should do like some cards on Gambit and some test tubes on Beast. I don't know. I kind of ran out of time. Right now I'm doing a Sentinel, a big one, 5x7, but I might have to save this for next time as well.
Well, if you do that one, I'm going to make Maureen bid on it in the chat for me.
Okay.
I'll give her a max bid that she can go to. Sentinels are my favorite X-Men villain.
I love the Sentinels. I did some designs for the X-Men 97 show. They ended up going just with the classic design, but you've seen my Sentinel before. It's the same one I did in the background of the Fastball special that I did for Sideshow, not the one from 2007, but a few years ago. And that's mostly based on the Bowen designs, the Randy Bowen sculpture.
Sure.
Which I always love the way he simplified the forms. it looks like it's the classic design, but he just did a few choices here and there. It just really made the face a lot more empty. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Randy Martin was like selling all of his Bowen statues and stuff on Facebook, and and I was like, how can I pass it up? It's it's in the box still, and so I got this one, and I got like the Hulk and Thing bookends over there, So,
oh man,
but yeah, Sentinel. I mean, that's again, I've got animation cells from the first X-Men series that feature this, the Sentinels, because they're the best. So yes, if that's in there in November, if by chance. Maureen will have a max bid that she's allowed to go to. I don't care about that. Okay. I'm going to try for it. It'll go for a lot of money, one way or another.
Right. So bid bill up. That's what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's how it goes. But no, that's awesome, man. Dang. Wow. So let's see. Ajax says, how about a Sinister sometime? You've on these like the auction pieces we're doing today. You've done an X-Men a few times, and FF was one of the ones that
there's so many X-Men out there. Like I kind of take them in groups. I was thinking about Sinister, but then I realized I'm going to put him in a group with segmented metal people. So I'll do Colossus, Cable, Omega Red, Apocalypse. Anybody who's got like maybe I should throw Doc Ock in there because it's such a classic comic trope. Because it looks great, but it's actually fairly easy to render. But when you're done, it looks phenomenal because it's both 3D and it's shiny, and it can't be beat. So I want to do a whole at least 5 or 6 of them with just all those guys. I also thought about a group of like domino masks, but anyway, that's for the future Comic Art Lives.
Well, I do like the themed art drops that we do every time. It does keep it fun. Tim Guerrero says, "Lady Mandarin, please." Yeah, you can throw all the requests you want. And I'm sure they'll be logged somewhere up there with Paolo and Mark. But let me see here. I want to go back over to your Instagram. I don't follow you on Instagram. How is that possible?
I don't know. You need to get with the other 109,000 people.
I know. How do you do that, man? I haven't even hit 3,000 yet for Cap. You got 109.
I have no idea.
I do.
No clue.
It's your wacky Wednesday poses and stuff. That's what it is. Everybody.
But it doesn't. I don't get that kind of response on Twitter. I don't. That's why it's impenetrable. Like I have no idea like what I'm doing right or wrong. I like Twitter better just because it's more like real-time interaction. So I just find myself on Twitter more. But as far as like engagement, yeah, Instagram's the best. And also I use Instagram for live streams. It's great for that.
Yeah, I've just started learning how to live stream to Instagram because of this platform that we use. It never had the option, and I think I've got to figure it out a little bit more. But it's interesting. It definitely reaches a different audience. Instagram is definitely image focused as far as any of the social platforms go. That's probably why you have so many followers. But 109,000, Paolo, I could live to be 100, and I won't have 109,000.
I don't know who they are. I don't know what these people do with their time. No, I know a good chunk of it. It's a lot of like. I mean, I follow like 2,000 people, so it's like it's a lot of artists following artists. But that's why I use it.
I don't think we have 100,000 comic artists going right now, though. Paolo.
Probably not. I'm assuming it's young kids, but I don't think my audience is that young. So
advertising bots, hopefully not.
Yeah. Well, now on Twitter, anytime you post, the first 2 posts are nudes and profile, so it can't be escaped.
Always in the top 10 searches on CAF happens to be the word nude too, so it's inescapable. Even maybe I should actually be painting the Hello Darkness cover.
Yes, 100%. Yes. Hello.
Well, so on one of them I am going to, because I had an idea from the beginning that I was like, the idea was too good not to commit to paper. So at least one of them will be. I can't speak beyond that. We'll see.
Very,
Awesome.
we like to hear that.
That's what
You
I
know
like
that.
to hear. Yeah.
Yes.
Jinx.
Yes. And Jiggy's finally woke up. He hasn't woke up. He hasn't gone to bed probably, right? Because it's it's 2:00 where he's at, I think, a.m. Wow. Well, that's good. He's
Just
busy
in
work.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he in Singapore?
Yeah. No, he's in the Philippines, Manila.
In the Philippines.
Oh, in the Philippines. Philippines. Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't gone to bed. What's the Daniel says, always loves hearing Paolo chat about art. I've learned so much from his amazing work over the years. There you go.
Awesome.
Probably an Instagram follower right there. Thank you.
Is that Danny Earls, the artist?
I believe so. Yeah.
Danny. Hi, Danny.
The other day.
Oh man. Yeah, I use Danny as an example all the time. Because I get people ask like, how do you get better? How do you get noticed? How do you break in? And I just point to Danny because I'm like, this guy emailed me, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, something like that. He's like, I'm a professional soccer player, but I'm done with my career. Now I want to be a professional comic book artist. Here's my portfolio. What do I need to do? And I was like,
wow,
you're on your way. Like, you already know how to practice to become good at something. It doesn't even matter what the skill is. It's like, you could be like, I want to be really good at Excel. I want to be able to do any spreadsheet. And like, I'm sure he would have the skills to just bear down and learn it all. But, that's what it takes. You just have to get your butt in the seat or, on the field and practice every single day. And he did. And now he's working for Marvel, DC. I think, did he work for Dark Horse too? I'm not sure. But anyway, he's all over the place. And he's a guy that, since I saw him and, met him online, it's like, this guy's going to make it. He doesn't need my help at all. But, he did reach out to me. I told him, like, this is what you got to do. It looks like you're already doing it. Keep on trucking.
Yeah. Well, you got to be self-motivated in this business. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But how does work usually come to you, Paul? I mean, I assume you just have a lot of connections. Do you ever get cold calls, like from a studio or a publisher they haven't worked with? I mean, how is the business these days, really?
It's good. It's so weird for me now because I tend not to work for like Marvel and DC. I'm usually working for other companies that license the characters. So, finishing up, I just did 2 things for Sideshow. I guess I did the these guys. I did the DC covers for Action Comics. That was fun. So I did about 6 of those. We talked about doing another cover series, but I just ran out of time. I am working for, what can I say? I'm working for Magic, Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering right now.
Traditional. You have to do traditional for me, Paolo.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
But like, I've done 4 paintings for them and I haven't been able to show anything yet. So I don't know when that will finally be revealed. But I'm doing at least, I don't know, 1 every 3 months
Awesome.
since we started working for them. And it's been great. Like, it's another great client where they just have a very, it's kind of strict what their schedule is. So it's kind of like they say, this is it. You can either do it or you can't. And I just say yes or no and how many I can do. And then it's a very, once you commit to that, it's actually a very long process. So you submit sketches on a certain day, color ups on a certain day, and then the final on a certain day. And then they have what's also scheduled in there is the review within their own company and then the outside licensor, if there is one. So, it's just a very kind of by the book, a little bit more than Marvel, because, with Marvel and DC, it's like you turn it in and 2 weeks later it's on the shelves. So it's always this frenetic pace. And this one's a little bit more measured. But
they're usually
it's been great.
Magic sets like a year or 2 out. Generally, so.
Yeah, and it's the same thing when I worked for Marvel Studios. Like, I did this stuff for X-Men back in 2021, Same for the Spider-Man show, which still isn't out and hasn't even been announced, like when it's going to debut. So, yeah.
That's
So yeah, I have like kind of all different clients. What I am excited about for Marvel is because I try to do at least one genuine Marvel cover a year, just so I can like stay in the fold. So I'll be doing a Aliens versus Avengers piece, which I'm pretty excited about.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's
because as soon as that got announced, I sent an email, which I usually don't do. I was just like, who is responsible for this, and how can I get on it? So yeah, occasionally I do seek out work.
well. I mean, if you're reaching out, then they know you're going to do something pretty awesome. So I mean, how can they turn you down?
Yeah, and what's great about that is like they immediately sent me Esad Ribic's like first issue, so I've already like seen it.
Is that good?
I love it. Like yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's just it's like they took two of my favorite things and they just smashed them together.
Oh man!
Looking
But when is
forward to
that?
seeing that?
Do they have like a date when that's going to get released?
I want to say this summer. I want to say it's like a big summer event, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think mine is due the end of July, and so I would imagine it comes out at least a month after that. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not an editor.
You know what? I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like we're almost a half hour into this and we haven't done any of the auctions yet, Mark. I don't want to get to the point where we're out of time since I have to host the next panel. I'm doing a panel with Mark Waid next, Paolo. You're collaborator on my favorite Daredevil run, man.
Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to say hi.
You should.
I haven't talked to Mark in a while.
Well, I actually sent the link to Mark. I even literally said just that. Send this to Paolo. He can pop in, say hi to Mark. I'll tell him that they're my favorite Daredevil duo, and then Paolo can leave if he wants. Because I've never talked to Mark. He's coming in to talk about his comic book thing that he's doing with Chaykin, and and a few other things. But I forgot that you guys had worked together, and then when I was looking at the panel schedule, I'm like, shoot, they're back to back. So yeah, if you have a couple minutes, you want to pop in and say hi to him, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark can email the link. So auctioning we got four lots to auction. We just showed them all at the beginning of this. Those were the 4 X-Men related pieces that we have. We got Psylock and Jubilee and Beast and the Cajun, as we like to call them, but no cards on them. But so what was the starting price we're going to do on these? I think $250, you said, Mark, as far as that. And what was the size on the boards as well? I don't remember.
These are 4x6s that we've been doing.
Yeah, everything's 4x6.
All right, and so they're 4x6. And
do you guys want me to turn my camera around so you can watch me draw, or just leave it like that?
Yeah, why not? While we're doing the auction, that's cool.
Okay.
Which one do you want to start with, Paolo?
I don't know. How about Beast?
All right. Sounds
good. Everyone seemed to like it because I posted the pencils, and it's so weird. Like with Twitter, like you never know what people are gonna like. So I'll post something that I think, oh, like this one will get a lot of likes or retweets, and like nothing, crickets. And then you post like just like the beginning sketch of Beast, and everybody's like, Beast, I love him. 70 retweets. It's like I have no idea how any of this works. All right, I'm gonna attempt to oops, I don't know.
So like we said, we'll start the bidding on each of these 4 lots at $250, and winning bidders will contact Mark after the show. Of course, Mark's email address is mark@splashpageart.com. I'm sure most people
there we go.
bought through the site. Yeah, there it's working. Oh, perfect. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look at that Sentinel again. All right, so
these are all my heads back there.
Man, everything's so clean. It's like I'm in an art supply store. All right. So let's see here. So what else? Anything else I got to remind anybody about, Mark? What's the shipping amount on the artworks when you're shipping them? What are your rates? How do you like payment?
Well, on the 4x6s, it's generally cheaper because I put it in a little piece of masonite as opposed to my big pieces of masonite, and it's priority mail envelopes in the U.S. So, depending upon where they live, but somewhere around $15 to ship, and then it'll probably be at least a couple weeks before Paolo gets everything shipped to me. I'm guessing, right, Paolo?
Well, I mean, if we're just selling the ones that are done, I can get those out tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think I'll just save this one for next time.
All right.
Yeah, you got to. I
think-
haven't talked to my wife yet.
Yeah, exactly.
so yes, it has to wait till November. All right. Well, we can get anything. So let's see. And payment, you take PayPal, you take Zelle, Venmo. What do you take?
Yeah, Zelle, Venmo, check,
It's
PayPal.
backwards, isn't it?
Also, if for some reason you don't hear from me within a day to that email address, hit me at splashpageart@gmail.com. For some reason, I've been having some issues here and there with the Mark at email address. So
I can switch it over to that.
Yeah, that's great.
I actually had them both here in the studio, ready to go. Okay, cool. Well, I see that.
You want to throw a beast up there? And
well, because Jason's already thrown a bit in.
Bill's all focused and enamored on Magneto that if we keep that image up, he's not going to get anything done.
Yeah, the Sentinel. No, we can't look at that anymore. But there's the beast. So we'll go ahead and pull the slide up so we can all look at it. So we'll start the bidding on here, and I did see that Jason threw a $250 bid in to get everything started. Thank you, Jason. It's his birthday today. But feel free to outbid him because nothing should be easy even on your birthday. So EC Harris has put in a $300 bid as well. Awesome. Thank you, EC. Yeah, I like this one too. I mean, Beast has always been an awesome character, but this is awesome, lovely.
What I love about Twitter is like as soon as I post it, everyone replies, "Oh, my stars and garters," like every other comment.
I shouldn't have been drinking my Zevia when that happened. But hey, I'll tell everybody right now, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a little button in the lower left-hand corner. It says live. So click the live button, and that'll get you up as current as possible with the rest of the people in the audience and the stream as well. So I saw Bedroom Beethoven's tried to make a $300 bid after we already had highlighted EC Harris's $300 bid. So just remember to do that.
Yeah, there can be like a 3-second delay from what we're saying to what you're posting.
Right. When we say we're going to do a countdown and I tell you it's 10 seconds away, you really only have about 5 seconds. So don't delay. Don't try to snipe. Put your highest bid in early, and that's honestly the best way to do it. We're not telling you that for any other reason other than we don't want you to be discouraged, because we are a few seconds in the future, and time flies over here. So EC Harris,
it's great here.
It is great here. Paul, I have to thank you again for that piece of art. The dad humor that was awesome. And I haven't even gotten the chance to post that thing to Cap yet, but it's sitting in a portfolio right next to my desk here. So I look at it a couple times a week, and I really appreciate it. It's awesome.
My pleasure, man.
All right. Well, this is it. We're at 300. If I'm gonna at least say it's a 15-second countdown right now. If we don't get another bid, we're gonna do this one at $300 to EC Harris, a regular buyer here on the channel.
So Bedroom also put 300. So Bedroom needs to come up if he wants that. If EC is already at 300.
That is very true. And if once you get the art, if you really wanted to add, do something with it, you can. But we don't recommend that. But as an owner of an artwork, you can do whatever you want. We're gonna say I'm gonna say 7 seconds for everybody. No more bids, and then we close it. But go EC, says Jiggy. If it was a Spider-Man, Jiggy would be all over this one. EC's putting this one up on his wall, as he should. All right, well, we're gonna call it, right, Mark? See, we're jinxing each other, man. All right, well, EC Harris, congratulations. And you know the email address to contact after the show, splashpageart@gmail.com. And
all right, congrats.
Mark
Thanks,
will
EC.
the payment on that one and the shipping information. So which one do we want to go to next?
How about
yeah, go ahead.
Gambit?
Gambit works
Sure.
for me.
Leave the ladies last. I like the way you're thinking.
All right. So again, we're going to start the bidding at $250 on Gambit, and always very nicely done. Look at that. It has a lot more stubble than I do, and he doesn't need the diet like I would if I had any nerve. But yes, so we'll start this one at $250 as well, and Gambit. And Dave Kopecki. Yeah. Dave Kopecki is going to be on the channel later this month doing an amateur dueling dealer match. As a matter of fact, he'll be selling art. I haven't gotten his art list or his memes yet, but I know that he's ready to have some fun, and he'll be selling art against Ben Bressel. So that should be fun. I think I was actually looking at Ben's Comic Art Live booth earlier today. So that should be a fun show. But Dave is our top bidder at $250. And we don't really have any increments here, but we don't want dollar increments. So you got to go at least $10, $15, $20. 25 is even better. But
yeah, 25.
Yeah. Lee says that Paolo does great hair. That's not going to get any arguments out of me. And we just saw the Beast too. He's got hair everywhere.
Or your tones, the way you can do multiple shades of coloring obviously makes it look pretty lifelike in whatever you do, face or hair.
That's why I was struggling with Bishop, because I really couldn't decide. I like the way the dreads look better. Like I actually really like the design they had from the movie, Days of Future Past. But at the same time, I want to pay homage to the original, which you just you gotta love that mullet.
Yes, indeed. So I'm going to do a 10-second one on this one. 250 is the current high bid from Dave. Definitely getting a good deal on this one. If we don't get another bid here, Tatum is magic. Marcus. Corey says, I think Paolo just looks in the mirror for the hair. He does have good hair.
And then he colors over the white.
Yeah.
When you're I don't know how old Paolo is, but when you're in your 50s, you got to take care of yourself. It's
I plan to look like Magneto. I want to be like super ripped and super white hair.
Well, we had the $300 bid from Matt DiTullio, and then Dave came back and with a $325 bid. Thank you both. So we're there right now. I'm trying to get this. Just got back.
All right, Matt just jumped in at 350.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
Good.
Probably a Mother's Day lunch or breakfast somewhere. We know it's an important day here for families. So we appreciate everybody who's able to hang out with us on this Sunday afternoon. Dave Kopecki back in at 375. Very nice. And Mark, just I did get that Rocketeer image that we needed, so
Gotcha.
I'm going to prep that as well.
And Paolo will definitely remember to sign the piece before he sends it, right, Paolo?
Yes. I wanted to get you that image.
I noticed
yes,
that
I
there
will.
was no signature on there. So
Yeah, I had to get it to you. I wanted to get it to you last night. I did not have time to sign, but I will. I promise.
All right, Bill, you want to throw down a 15-second on this?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. We'll call it 10 at this point. If we, Dave's at 375, and if we don't get any other bids in the next 8 seconds, we're going to call it.
All right.
We need like a little Jeopardy music or something here as this thing counts down. But all right, we're going to go ahead and
the
get
tricks.
I
I'm
know.
surprised you don't have some Comic Art Live music jingle.
I didn't plan ahead enough for this one. I have like a cash register sound I might be able to play, but yeah, we're not going to do that. So Dave Kopecki gets this one, and hey, Justin from Spidey hits us in the chat. Hey, Justin, you did a good job on that panel yesterday with the rest of the sketch card group and Kazra running that one. So all right, so 375 Dave Kopecki. So where are we going to go to next? We got Psylock or Jubilee?
Let's do Jubilee next.
Alrighty. Very nice. And I'll go ahead and pull this one up on the screen there so everybody can see it too. So again, we're going to start this one. What's that?
I will sign this one as well.
It happens. I get art from artists every once in a while, and it's like 25% of the time the art isn't signed. But it gives us a reason to seek you out one day at a show, right?
Exactly.
Have you dressed up your daughter for Halloween as Jubilee yet, Paolo?
No, the thing is, everything that she's perfect for, she has no interest in. So she looks just like Wednesday Addams, like just like her. But she will not go as Wednesday. I asked her if she would go as X-23. I think it was Old Man Logan, but no interest.
Oh man, you guys would have looked great like that.
I know. I got the beard. It's white. Like, we're ready to go. All she needs is a unicorn T-shirt. I already made her the claws.
But not interested. Oh, man.
Not interested.
I feel you there. My daughter, unfortunately, did not want anything to do with comic books. So eventually the Marvel movies and all that. But I got her with music at least. So
nice.
You got to put your influences in where you can.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So Maki Pupu is leading the bidding at $300 on Jubilee. Thank you very much. Mikhail is driving right now, and he put the first bid in at $250. So drive with caution, Mikhail. We don't want anybody getting in an accident watching a show here on the channel. That would not be good.
Don't want any fireworks.
No, not at all.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Now I know I'm going to have to go against #1 Marvel fan for the Sentinel one day. That's not going to be easy.
Bill, should I have it partially destroyed? Like, should I have the part of the eye taken out and like some wires dangling, or should it be pristine?
I'd say no, because I love, the Sentinels are a great villain.
Oh yeah, they're the best because you can just destroy them.
Right, and everybody who gets a con sketch with Wolverine, it's like 50% of the time there's a Sentinel head next to him, right? Or any X-Men, right? So no, I like my Sentinel tough and prior to their battle damage. I like them complete. So
okay.
All right, so we'll go with 15
Well,
seconds.
Does that guarantee that you're going to be winning it, Bill? Because it looks like you have a lot of competition in the chat, and they might want the broken one.
Well, we're going to find out. Well, no, they don't get a choice. No.
Well, maybe they do.
He didn't ask the chat. So
it looks like you're the #2 Marvel fan, Bill. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, all right. That's fine. That's fine. But again, it was I got the question, so that's where we're going with that. But all right, we're gonna say 10 seconds now. Maki Pupu at $300. If we don't get another bid, then he will win this one. But yeah, nice Jubilee here. See Stephen Wu is trying to give advice. Partially destroyed with Wolverine claw marks on the face. No.
It just sounds like I'm gonna have to do 2 of them.
You may end up
like a whole series, maybe, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You have a chance for one. I don't know. I'm not going to sway anything. But all right, we're going to go and say Maki Pupu has won this one at $300. Congrats, Maki Pupu. You know what to do.
Awesome.
Email Splashpage at gmail.com. Let me remove this, and splashpageart@gmail.com. Sorry.
Yeah.
So there you go. So we have one more completed piece to auction off, and then we are, just so everybody knows, we're going to auction off a commission opportunity too for a 9x12 portrait. We'll have an example to show you, and that's something we didn't talk about until like 1 minute before the show started. So I didn't know about it, you didn't know about it, but that's what's going to be coming up as well. So we only have the one more piece to show, and that's the Psylock piece.
Technically, we were going to do a couple claim sales, but we'll see if we have time for that.
If we can fill them in, we will, definitely.
But we can roll with Psylock, so she is up.
And there is the slide as well. So $250 starting bid on this one as well. Wait a minute, is this one signed?
Yeah, this one's signed.
Ahead.
All right, yeah, there we go. It was.
That's the easiest part of the job.
Yeah, I imagine. But the hardest one to remember sometimes. So so Matt's got a $300 bid in here to get us going. Marcus, of course, has found the butterfly emoji. Thank you, Marcus.
Nice.
Yeah, Alberto is absolutely right. Matt just said, "Who the heck wants to start at 250? Just go for the bid you're looking to start with." I like that. But yeah, this is. But I'd have to go back and look. I actually own 6 pieces. Things from conventions mostly. I used to own one of your Daredevil pages, Paolo, and I was dumb enough to sell it. And the thing is, I have regretted it because it, it had the. I don't even want to talk about it. Because those pages from the like that Mole Man issue are just hard to come by with a lot of Daredevil on them because they're so good. Nobody wants to let them go, and I have regretted it ever since then. But I checked back the Mark site, hoping like a page might appear out of nowhere that I'll get lucky, and haven't. I saw my friend Khalil picked up a DPS from that run, as well. That was awesome. It was recently posted to CAF. Just some of my favorite work, man. But I do own I've got that Ash from the Evil Dead. I've got a Magneto. What else do I got? I have to pull out the portfolios, but I know I've got at least 5 pieces from you. I'm not going to throw a pen, Corey. That only happened the other night. So we got the $300 bid from Matt DeTulio. And then as soon as I say that,
B&G 325. Very nice.
Raised us to 325. Thank you, B&G.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, if I had known Paolo, I would have asked for a Sentinel, 12 years ago. Now I'm going to be bidding for it and paying a lot more. So Matt DeTulio's back in at 350. Thank you, Matt. Very good. So we'll say 15 seconds while everybody's thinking about it. Since we want to make sure we get the, we're going to get the bust commission piece in for sure. But we'll try to show off the other people. The thing is, Mark, if we have to, we can just show them. And people can reach out to you,
Yep,
at the end
sounds good.
But all right, I guess we're going to call this one for Matt. Congrats. Oh, see, as soon as I say that, we get a 375 before I can complete my sentence. So I'm pulling that back up so everybody can see it. And it's a 375, everybody. And I'll just say 15 seconds again. If you're in, you're in. If you're out, you're out. So. Number one Marvel fan, you're allowed to bid against me when the Sentinel comes up in November. I have no problem with that. Because I have an inside track. If I really wanted to get one, I could beg and maybe get a commission done in a few years. Or not a commission.
Centuries.
Yes. Okay, centuries. But at least I'd be on the list. All right, Matt DeTulio is bowing out. And at the so B&G is going to get this one at 375. Thank you, Matt, for your interest in getting us started on this one as well. B&G is the winner on this one. Thank you very much. And same thing, shoot an email to splashpageart@gmail.com. And Mark will take care of all 4 of our winning auction buyers today. So it's okay. So now let's just talk about the commission piece we're gonna do here. So let me go off of Paolo full screen, and then I can show an example. This is gonna be on a 9x12 board. It is going to be it's a bust only, so this is a perfect example of the piece, and what you can expect from that with the single character. And any other parameters that I need to mention there, Mark? I know we're going to start the bidding at $500 for this, but time frame.
Yeah, I mean, just their character choice.
Mhm.
Obviously, Paolo would have final say on that, but you can see the quality. He's spending time in the studio to do those pieces for you. So yeah, starting it off at 500 was the opening.
Yep,
amount.
and Mikhail's at 525. I hope he's not driving any longer. But and 550 to Matt. But yeah, so other than that, what do you think on turnaround time, Paula? What's your schedule looking like these days?
Let's see here. Always terrible.
And as you guys probably know, while he's thinking about his schedule, these are pretty rare opportunities, maybe once or twice a year with these Comic Art live streams. Otherwise, it is pretty hard to get something commissioned done by Paolo of any kind. So remember, boys and girls, this is a pretty cool opportunity.
I'm going to say end of July.
There you go. That's fair. That
2024.
Yes, of 2024. Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Well, it's best to keep expectations in check, right?
Yes, I may do it before then, but I'm just giving myself that deadline.
Well, we've got EC Harris is the top bidder at $700 right now. Thank you, EC.
Oh wow, thank you.
Men and women, no boys and girls here. Okay, Alberto. All right. Well, what do we say? Well, I'll give everybody 20 seconds before we move on from this one, so we can show the two claim pieces as well. But Richard Rogers has come up with a 750 bid. Thank you, Richard. We appreciate that. Of course, we won't stop until the bidding stops. So there's that to think about. Spidey, it says incredible opportunity for sure. Yeah. Spidey Hits is a sketch card collector. Does a lot of unboxings of card packs and things. Good guy. Got a very popular YouTube channel. More subscribers than we have here, as a matter of fact. So yeah, Paul, if you ever got it,
Paolo?
Yeah, I got one of these. Someone gave this to me at OAX.
Might have been him.
Oh wow, well, sweet.
Yeah, apparently this piece of art has been used a lot. I had no idea.
So we did have the $775 from EC Harris. Now it's $800 to Richard Rogers. Thank you, Richard. Oh, and Matt DiTullio came in with the same bid a little bit after Richard. So yeah, we'll keep the bidding open until. But let's say 15 seconds again. Let's try to keep people moving here. EC Harris is back in it at $825. Thank you. Remember, no sniping. We are 5 seconds in the future. We'd hate to cut somebody off at the last second. But Richard Rogers back in at $850. All right, very good, very good. Matt DiTullio's always after Richard Rogers again with the same bid. So Justin says, I own a Apollo Spider-Man remark and I love it. Yeah, that's always good to hear.
Nice.
$900.
I've been meaning. I've been promising people that I would open up the remarks for about half the year, and I still haven't gotten a chance because I have more of the Sinister 16 screen prints to sell, but I haven't had time to basically pack and ship everything.
All right, we're up to $950 on this one. To and $1,000 to EC Harris.
Good job.
Jeez.
EC got his $1,000 right before Richard.
Once it gets to that much, I start to get scared.
Nah. The Rocketeer sold for more than that last time.
I know.
So, and look how it turned out. Amazing.
Yes, indeed. All right, 15 seconds, everybody. If you're going to go above 1,000, we'd like you to do it right now. And we have a $1,050 bid. Thank you, Richard Rogers, for continuing the bidding. Mark Wade can wait a few minutes if didn't be too long.
Don't make Mark Wade wait.
Maureen is in the green room waiting for him. I don't know if he's in there yet, but they're probably having a good conversation right now. And we got 3 minutes. All right, EC Harris is now at $1,100. So thank you, EC, for that. And yes, I agree, Carl. The Rocketeer is very nice.
Yeah, I agree, Alberto.
Yep. Yes, it's 9 by 12, Richard. Yep. Hey, Mikhail, thank you so much for watching the show today and for getting the bidding started on this one. We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Yep. Yes, Mark Wade is fine. So yeah, Maureen's in there chatting with him right now. She's texting me. So all right, well, we're gonna give it the 15 seconds again, and then we're gonna go. Yeah, fair warning. Thank you, Marcus. You took the words right out of my mouth. If we don't get another bid in 5 seconds here or so, we're gonna just call it, and then I'm gonna show off the 2 pieces that we have fixed prices on, and then I'm gonna run over to the Mark Wade chat. And Mark, you make sure that you share that that studio link that I emailed you with Paolo, just in case he wants to pop in and say hi.
Yeah, I've got it.
All right. Oh, good. Very good. All right. Well, see you soon. As soon as I was just ready to say we're done. $1,200 to Richard Rogers. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you. Wow.
And then $1,250 to EC Harris. It could go on forever, Alberto. You're absolutely right. But we can't let that.
Yeah, I don't want to make. I've already made Mark Wade wait too much.
Maybe increase the amounts to 100 if you want to bid at 100 from here on out.
10 seconds, everybody, and we're gonna call this one. So, but we appreciate everybody's interest in getting.
Yeah.
These are very, like Mark said, twice a year is is about what you get during Comic Art Live to get a piece like this from Paolo of your choosing. So we're at 12:50, and in 5 seconds we're going to call it. And all right, I think we're calling it. EC Harris, congratulations, you. This is going to go on forever, but it was on the screen while I was talking. So
and Ed has countered at 1550.
Yes, I see that. And all right, I may end up needing Kazra to come in here and finish this panel out for me, so I can get, well, as long as Maureen keeps talking to Mark Wade, we're in good shape. Lee asks for DC characters next time. That's a possibility.
I feel like
I've been meaning to do some.
Assistant, by the way.
What did you say, Mark? I'm sorry.
Sorry. Marcus is your executive assistant based on the experiences and chats. He seems to be taking care of things. Very
true. Well, we're at 1550 here, and yes, I should probably text Maureen and just say we're going to be a couple minutes. But any other bids? Are we calling it?
I think we should call it.
Going twice.
All right. Yeah. Going once. Going twice. EC Harris, 1550. All right. We've done it.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bidding. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Fantastic. So congrats to EC Harris. You know whom to email for that one. Now, before I run to my next panel, let me get the email address back on there. splashpageart@gmail.com. I'm going to show you the 2 pieces really quickly. Mark's going to tell you the prices, and then we're gonna end this panel here. So first up was this one here. What was this from, and what is the price on this one, Mark?
So Action Comics 1066. It was the first Brainiac Queen cover appearance, and it's 11 by 17, fully painted, illustration board, and it was I think 5,000.
All right. So that was one piece that we wanted to offer here. And the second one was this one.
So Batman Adventures Continue, issue 5 cover. This is Joe Rivera, his Paolo's father's inks with Paolo's digital pencils, and then finishes in watercolor. The background was done digitally, but as you can see, you've got multiple characters here all painted, and that was 3,000. So if you guys are interested in those, drop me an email. First person to grab it gets it. Otherwise, I will put it up on the website probably tomorrow. So yeah, thank you guys for joining in. Great stuff by Paolo as always.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
And I hate to run. Paolo, this is a lot of fun. I guess I'll see you, over in Mark's panel sometime in the next hour. But, thanks for doing this as always. And I know that we're going to see that Sentinel in the November show. And I'm going to be All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks, guys.
I hope you can join me.
Thank you so much, guys.